with Belmont Abbey head baseball coach Chris Anderson ahead of the team getting ready to head to North Greenville for the Super Regional this weekend. Coach, just looking ahead, just what are you looking forward to the most about getting out there?
You know, the chance to continue to compete with this group. I think it's any time that you get a chance to continue your playing season, especially with the chance to go to the College World Series on the line, it's a pretty cool time for everybody.
And now that you've had a couple of days to kind of rest and recover from the regional at Newberry this past weekend, like for you, what was your biggest takeaway just from what you saw from your team and being able to win, go 3-0 this weekend?
Just the grit and determination that these boys have. It's a special group, and we talked about it a little bit at the end, but just the toughness when it's hard to be tough. You know, I think that's what's always going to stand out to me, having to win those two games on Saturday, kind of bookend. We played Columbus State and Newberry and didn't get done until, almost 1 a.m. on Saturday night. That was a really tough day for us.
And just obviously going on the road against a team that you all are very familiar with, same conference, already played 4 times this year. Do you think that familiarity helps in a series like this, is knowing kind of what to expect?
I don't know if it helps or hurts. I think it just is what it is, right? Like, the emotion of this is going to be so much bigger than, when we play in the regular season or a conference weekend. So I think the fact that we do know them, they know us well too. So I think it's probably a wash on all that. I think they know they have as good a scouting reports on us as anybody does, and we have as good a scouting reports on them as anybody does. So I think it's just going to be out there, getting out there and trying to compete, and ultimately, hope we're holding up a trophy at the end.
And just kind of looking ahead with that, just having that familiarity helps. But what would you say, at least for this weekend specifically, is the biggest key for you all to try to be able to win and advance on the College World Series?
I think the starting pitching is always the key in these tournaments, and we got away with it a little bit in the regional. But having Stiff and Lohmeyer and Ethan Wilson get out there and give us a chance to pitch with a short bullpen. Those are always, I say that this weekend, it's no different than any other weekend we play. I would answer that question the same way, whether we're playing North Greenville in game 20 or North Greenville in game 60, so, but that's always a key for me, taking care of the little things, being sure about what we're doing on the bases, all those kind of things that would help you win or lose a game.
And just seeing a couple of the guys that kind of stood out from this weekend, obviously getting Jack back in the lineup after being out for such a long time. Just what did you see from him this past weekend that can help you guys get to them back there?
He's a really good player, man. And it's really cool. It was a really cool moment, and I know you were probably up there watching it too. He's the first pitch he sees, he hits a home run. Hasn't played since game 24, 23 or something like that with that broken finger, and I don't know. I think Jack is maybe as good a shortstop as I've ever coached. So now he's got to get out there and keep playing that way, but he's a really talented kid, and it was really fun to watch.
Yeah. And then kind of another cool moment was seeing with Pat coming up to plate, he gets hit by a pitch for 42nd time and sets a new D2 record, and the dugout celebrates. I know it's kind of become a regular thing for you guys, but but I guess what does it say just about being able to just finding ways to get on base any way you can?
Yeah, that's how we do it. We're not preaching. We're not preaching to them to get hit on purpose. We're preaching to them that it's their batter's box and don't give that up to anybody. And so Pat has taken that as a little bit of a mantra, and that's who he is as a player, which is perfect that he would set it, his senior year, his 5th year here, and it's a microcosm of what that boy has accomplished in his life. He's going to be the first player we've ever had to graduate with a master's at Belmont Abbey too. So him and Grant Lohmeyer are both going to receive a graduate degree this summer, and I'm just really jacked.